Mosaique FM.
تبع الموجة.
Happy that you are here today. I have a few questions, so let's start by asking you about your concert over here, your show over here. Was it planned from the beginning in your tour, or did you try to have an impact in the Maghrebian public?
It wasn't originally part of. We're starting a tour in the United States next week, and we knew that we were going to try to make it to as many parts of this region as we could on this album. But the opportunity just sort of came up in the last few months for us to make it here, and so. This was kind of just added on as sort of like little like bonus to our tour. Like we got to kick off a tour in Tunisia and tomorrow in Byblos, and we love to travel a lot. So any excuse for us to go to a place that we've never been before is a good one.
Yeah. Okay, Ryan, I want to ask you about something. Because in one of your interviews, you said that you would never advise anybody to make a TV talent show their primary effort.
Yes. So,
did you still have the same position about that?
I think so. Yeah, I agree. I think that if the only shot that you ever take at music is auditioning for a TV show, then I would never advise that. I don't think that's the way to go. I think you know, if if you've tried a bunch of other things and it hasn't worked, then you try the TV show, or you try the TV show and you do other things as well. I think it's kind of silly to hope that you win a show, and then if you don't win, you give up, and that's it.
Okay. So how the band did get involved in with the Everybody Beats Matter campaign by Save the Children?
Save the Children approached us to do a song originally back in May so a year ago, and we wanted to put out new music, and we thought this was a great example, or a great perfect reason to do it. We'd never done anything like this, to donate money on this level, and so we did, and it turned out great. I got to visit Guatemala and visit with some children and in some very, very, very poor communities and see how the money is spent. So it was very exciting.
Okay, and what's your first impression about Tunisia? Now you are in Sidi Bou Said.
Sidi Bou Said is our first impression, so I would say the standard has been set really high, because Sidi Bou Said is absolutely beautiful, and it reminds us of we recorded our single Counting Stars, that's the one that's out now. We recorded it in Santorini, and this very much reminds us of Santorini, and maybe the Hornwood Hills a little bit, like right there. That looks like the hills. But Sidi Bou Said is incredible, and we're hoping tonight, maybe after the show, or if we can find a couple hours, to go down to the Medina and walk around through there and see as much as humanly possible in Tunis.
So have you expect such a success when you create the band?
We hoped. I would say we hoped. I don't know if I'd use the word expected, but the line between hoping and expecting is very thin. So maybe we did, to an extent. I knew that for me personally, I wasn't going to stop until it worked, and I've always, two things I've loved: travel and music, and so now we get to do. I mean, that's the reason we're here, you know, for the Tunisian shows, because it was very. The fact that it was in Tunisia was very exciting.
So your last album is native. Did you consider that as a new, fresh style of music and experience for One Republic?
Yes, yeah, I think that I think native is definitely a different sound than anything we've ever done, and we're very lucky. I think it's worked better. This is the best, you know. Anything is connected for us since our first album, since Apologize. So it's reconnecting us with different countries and different markets all over the world on a level that we never have before. So whatever we're doing now, I think is people are they're relating to it, they're connecting with it.
So do you think that you are losing yourself between writing songs and your work with the band by writing? Because I listen to If I Lose Myself, and it's look like you are talking about yourself in this song.
Yeah, I think that song though. I mean, that song was had more to do with going down in a plane crash, which is kind of a really bizarre scenario. But I wouldn't say I'm losing. I think one helps the other. The more that I write, the more that you write, the better you get. So at writing for anybody. So it's just like anything. The more you do it, the better you get. And so for me, it keeps everything interesting to do. Write for all these other people that I work for, and then also for Republic.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, for sure.